Well, this isn't the bank. You actually come into existence as raw plastic in a factory in China, still inside a massive industrial press that melts and molds endless sheets of PVC. Even in that embryonic state, your work has already begun. You are shaped with surgical precision, 85.60 millimeters long, 53.98 millimeters wide, with an exact thickness of 0.76 millimeters. Not by accident, these dimensions were calculated so you would fit perfectly in the wallet of someone you don't even know yet. When the first 16 embossed digits are burned into your shiny surface, you are born, inside the apartment of a 19-year-old college student named Michael. We don't know his financial qualifications because the bank didn't really check. All they cared about was, does he have a social security number? Is he alive? And did he check the little box that says, yes, I want a card? Along with the activation sticker, you are immediately brought to life by your new owner. Although that word feels strange because soon enough you'll both realize who really owns who in this relationship. Michael holds you for the first time with the same look as someone who just unlocked a superpower. And trust me, this is not a comforting image for what's about to happen. You're a credit card Nepo baby, instantly born at the top of the financial food chain, continuing the sacred legacy of banks, turning future money into present pleasure. A welcome gift from Bank of America was a starter pack of no annual fee for 6 months and the ability to split anything into 12 easy installments, interest-free. Something you will soon discover is one of the biggest lies in the financial system. Your first mission? A combo meal at McDonald's for $27.90? You vibrate slightly as the terminal processes your first transaction, so this is what it feels like to be useful. Michael grins while typing his PIN, 1234, because creativity has never been his strength. You don't realize it yet, but you just witnessed the beginning of a journey that will last for years and cost tens of thousands of dollars. The approval is instant. In 2.3 seconds, your information traveled from the McDonald's register to the processor, from there to the bank, back to the processor, and finally to the little card reader again. And yet, Michael didn't even have $27.90 in his checking account. Interesting. The first weeks are magical. You're swiped for everything. Lunch at college for $15, a ride home for $12, that must-have t-shirt at the mall for $45, prepaid phone credit for $20. Michael treats you like a best friend who always pays the bill. You two are inseparable. What you don't realize is that you're being tested. The bank tracks every transaction, every spending pattern, running algorithms to calculate his maximum potential for debt. Each purchase is a small victory for the risk department. At the end of the first month, something strange happens. Michael receives his very first statement, $847. He stares at the paper, which cost 15 cents to print and $1.20 to mail, with genuine shock. Wow, did I really spend that much? And here comes your first lesson in the psychology of money. When Michael uses you, he doesn't actually feel the cash leaving. Unlike paper bills, where every note leaving the wallet stings the brain with a tiny flash of pain, proven by neuroscience scans, you deliver pleasure without pain. You are financial heroin. Michael pays only the minimum due, $150 of the $847. Suddenly, you feel something growing inside you, like a digital virus spreading through your circuits. Compound interest. Congratulations, you have evolved. Now you are no longer just a tool of payment. You have become a money-printing machine for the bank. With a revolving interest rate of 13.75% per month, yes, per month, not per year, you watch the debt expand like a Tamagotchi being overfed with steroids. $697 turn into $793.21 the next month, then $902.17, then $1,026.22. Michael keeps swiping you like nothing happened, convinced you're free money. Poor guy doesn't realize that the two of you are locked in a deadly dance where only the bank wins. iPhone 13 in 12 installments with no interest. Those words make your chip sparkle with both joy and horror. Michael has just bought a phone for $3,600 in monthly slices. You want to scream, but you only earn $1,200 a month at your internship, but you are just a card. Your job is to process transactions, not give financial education. Each month, $300 vanish automatically. Michael celebrates because it fits his budget. Itkito love to explain the concept of opportunity cost, that those $300 each month could grow into $43,200 in 10 years at 1% monthly interest. But again, you are just a piece of plastic with a chip. Plot twist, you are not alone anymore. Michael now owns 4 different credit cards. There's the Chase card, your direct rival, the flashy purple Capital One card, and a store card from Best Buy, only useful for installment plans on electronics he rarely uses. You all develop a toxic hierarchy. Main card, U, for important purchases. Secondary card, for emergencies, like late-night food delivery. Store card, for so-called investments, electronics sitting in the corner. Capital One, for small daily expenses that somehow total $800 every month. It's like Game of Thrones, but with annual fees and revolving interest. Time passes. Michael now has a full-time job earning $2,200 after taxes. You'd expect things to improve, but exactly the opposite happens. A higher salary meant higher credit limits. Now you have a limit of $8,000, and the other cards increased proportionally. The combined debt across all cards has reached $22,000. Michael pays $2,400 per month just in interest, more than an entire minimum wage disappearing straight into the banks. He has become an unpaid employee of the financial system. Michael invents creative self-deceptions. It's just temporary. I'll pay it all next month. At least I'm not borrowing from a loan shark. Everyone has credit cards. It's normal. I'm investing in my future, buying a $1,997 online course in 12 installments. You witness the complete psychological metamorphosis, from hopeful young man to anxious adult, avoiding bank statements and pretending notifications don't exist. November arrives like the final boss of a video game. Michael sits in front of his laptop at 11:59 p.m., refreshing the page like a warrior waiting for battle. You feel the tension in the air. He has $347 of available credit left, and a shopping cart worth $4,000. But Michael is resourceful. He splits payments between you and the Chase card, uses PayPal credit, borrows his mom's Wells Fargo card, and somehow checks out everything. You feel like an accomplice in a financial crime, a fraud carried out with full bank approval. 2 years later, the inevitable happens. Michael opens a blank Excel spreadsheet on a Sunday afternoon. In front of him, he writes down each debt, one by one. Chase, Capital One, Best Buy, Wells Fargo, and you. He discovers the total, $12,000. Just in interest, he is paying $1,800 per month. It's the exact moment you witness someone lose their financial innocence. Like a child finding out Santa Claus isn't real, only worse because this costs him his future. Desperate, Michael applies for a personal loan at his credit union. The interest is still high, but less predatory than revolving credit. With the loan, he pays off all the cards in one move. For the first time in years, your balance is zero. You feel something strange, relief. After living as a parasite for so long, could this be your redemption arc? But then comes the real test. Will Michael cut you up and throw you away, or learn to use you correctly? To your surprise, he keeps you, but the rules have changed. He now pays the full statement every month. He only uses you for purchases he can cover with cash. He finally treats you as a tool, not a magic wand. You become part of a new strategy: cashback, points, and airline miles. For the first time, you feel respected. Years pass. Michael, now financially stable, sits at the kitchen table with his son, who just turned 18. He carefully explains the dangers of debt, the trap of minimum payments, and the importance of using credit wisely. You almost feel proud, as if all your suffering had meaning. But then the boy picks you up, holds you between his fingers, and his eyes light up with the same dangerous spark you saw in Michael S.'s face years ago. "Dad, what's my limit on this card?" You want to scream, "No, you learned nothing." But you are only a piece of plastic, and some cycles never break. Welcome to your new life as a credit card.